If you're investing through your bank right now, there's a good chance you're losing tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, and you don't even know it's happening. Not because your bank is doing anything illegal, because the entire model is built to make money off you first and grow your money second. In this video, we're putting Wealthsimple head-to-head against the big Canadian banks, using actual numbers, not marketing claims, so you can see exactly where your money is going and what it's costing you. Here's why this matters more than most people realize. The average Canadian who invests through a big bank advisor is paying a mutual fund management expense ratio, or MER, somewhere between 2,825% a year. That doesn't sound like much until you do the math over 30 years. On a $500,000 portfolio, a 2% fee difference can cost you over $300,000 in lost growth by retirement. That's not a typo. That's the real cost of high fees compounding against you instead of for you. Meanwhile, self-directed platforms like Wealthsimple typically charge under 0.5% for a globally diversified portfolio. The gap between those two numbers is the entire reason this comparison exists. Let's start with fees, because this is where the difference is most dramatic. When you walk into a big bank and talk to an advisor about your RRSP or TFSA, you're almost always steered toward that bank's proprietary mutual funds. Those funds carry MERs in the 2 to 2.5% range, and that fee comes off the top every single year, whether the fund goes up or down. Wealthsimple, by contrast, offers two paths. Their managed portfolios run around 0.4 to 0.5%, all in. And if you go fully self-directed and buy something like XEQT or VEQT yourself, you're looking at closer to 0.2%. Over a 25 or 30-year investing horizon, that fee gap compounds into life-changing money. This isn't a matter of opinion, it's arithmetic. The second big difference is philosophy, and this is where a lot of Canadians get misled without realizing it. Bank mutual funds are actively managed, meaning a fund manager is picking stocks trying to beat the market. The research on this is remarkably consistent. The vast majority of actively managed funds underperform their benchmark index over any 10 or 15-year period, especially after fees. This isn't a fringe opinion, it's one of the most well-documented findings in finance. Wealthsimple's core offering and the index investing approach we talk about on this channel works the opposite way. Instead of trying to guess which stocks will win, you buy the entire market, globally diversified at a fraction of the cost. You're not betting on one fund manager's skill. You're capturing the return of the market itself, which historically has been very hard for active managers to beat consistently. The third area is account structure and accessibility, and this one matters a lot for Canadians specifically. Wealthsimple supports TFSAs, RRSPs, and FHSAs, all with no minimum balance and no account fees for basic self-directed investing. You can open an account and start contributing within minutes, entirely online. Big banks technically offer the same account types, but they often come with minimum balance requirements. And if your balance drops below a certain threshold, you can get hit with monthly maintenance fees on top of the fund MERs you're already paying. There's also the human factor. At a bank, you're usually meeting with an advisor who earns commission or is incentivized to sell you the bank's own products. That's not a knock on individual advisors as people. It's just how the compensation structure at most banks is built. At Wealthsimple, there's no commission-based selling because there's no proprietary fund lineup being pushed on you.
So what should you actually do with this information? If you're currently invested through a big bank mutual fund, the first step is not to panic and pull everything out immediately. Check whether your investment is inside a registered account like a TFSA or RRSP, because moving money between institutions inside those accounts can usually be done as an in-kind transfer without triggering tax consequences. Contact Wealthsimple. They'll often handle the transfer paperwork for you. Once you're set up, decide whether you want a managed portfolio, which is easier if you want a hands-off experience, or a self-directed account where you buy a single all-in-one ETF like XEQT or VEQT yourself for the lowest possible fee. Either path puts you miles ahead of a 2% bank mutual fund. The bottom line here isn't that banks are evil or that advisors are trying to hurt you. It's that the fee structure most Canadians are in by default was never designed with their best interest as the top priority, and low-cost index investing gives you a mathematically better outcome over the long run. If this video helped you understand where your money's actually going, hit subscribe, because we're building out a full series on evidence-based investing for Canadians, covering TFSAs, RRSPs, FHSAs, and the CRA rules that actually matter. Drop a comment letting us know which bank you're currently with. I read every one. See you in the next video.